Do you want to text him? Do you have info for him?
Let me send him a message, see if he's coming. And Valerie. Let me
Yes.
text Valerie too.
Yeah, that would be great. So I'm gonna look something up really quickly while I know we just hit record. Hi, welcome. This is the last I Am Collective call of 2021. What a wild ride this has been this past 6 months or something like that. And an amazing ride. I wouldn't trade it for anything. And last Tuesday's call, the conversation was around discernment. And so if you did not see that, I invite you to go back and watch that. But Maya here is on the call, and she just asked a question, which I thought it would be great to address, because it's what a lot of us deal with. Like her gifts are relatively new and channeling energy, and she's kind of gotten a little spooked by it, where she's saw some videos of people who are like, well, you don't know what you're inviting in, and and you have to be really careful of that. And she asked, how do you know whether it's a like a light being or a dark being, or can a dark being disguise itself as a light being? So then I want to add to that that I myself on Monday night got something. I assume it was like a flu-like thing. I don't think it was COVID, because I didn't necessarily have symptoms. But what I'm hearing about Omicron is that you don't have those symptoms, and that that you don't lose your taste and your sense of taste and smell. And it's all the similar flu-like stuff. Now, the conspiracy theorist would tell you that it was created that way. But what I can tell you is that everybody I know, vaccinated or not, who are light beings are getting sick right now. And it looks the same for all of us. So it looks like stuff in the throat, like they're targeting, my understanding, like my impression of it from what I'm hearing, is they're targeting the throat, the heart, and the lungs. And everybody that I knew as well, myself included, had a headache, like piercing headache, and it was right here for like 3 days. So there's something about that. And I'm not going to hold it as a coincidence. I have a meditation that we could do. It's not long, or I have something we could do that is lung restoration and strengthening, but there's a lot of other stuff I could do, and we don't have to spend time on the call on it either. Like I can add it to the group, add it in the group or whatever, send it out, and that would be just as good. But I have that available if we want to do that. And my experience, to answer your question, Maya, is that and I'm starting to really learn this, is like the dark energy and the light energy really is one energy. And it comes down to my approach to it all is love is all there is. It's all there is. And it's either love or a call for love. It's either loving or it's like depleted of love, or undernourished of love, or is operating from this place of not receiving love. Whatever level they're on, whatever species they are. I think that's really what it's about. And so there's a level of protecting ourselves, but then also as a group where we've had success, especially in the last mission that we did with Sandy. I don't know how much I can talk about this, but we had a victory. We had an amazing victory with like a core of dark energy. And the way we did it was combining our gifts, but also offering it love, like doing the whole Ho'oponopono practice. Like, I love you. I'm so sorry that you felt so much fear that you had no other alternative, felt you had no other alternative but to do this, to be this. A lot of these dark energies have been trapped in this, that they've signed that, whatever that contract is, and they want to be free of it as well. Right? But they're caught in it. So it's like, some are ready to go, some are not, but some are ready to go. So part of what we can do is offer them release from that. And they also are very good at pretending. They're very good at pretending.
I'd like to share a little bit.
Yes,
if
please.
You are complete.
Please go. Yeah. That was my end. I was looking at you. I was like, yeah.
So a couple things. One, when you're in your full power, discernment is a lot easier. It's when we're in that energy of lack, where we just want whatever it is when we open ourselves up to more manipulation or darker energies. But when you're in your full power, you are viewed as an equal in energy. So it becomes less likely that the lower level dark energies will mess with you. Now, when the higher level dark energies come in, because they do, you know it. There's no mistaking it. It's like, oh, we know what this is, right? But they're not anything to be feared. Kind of like what Jules was saying, it is about love. It is about owning your power, because when you're in your power, when you own that power, what does it say? Nothing is more powerful than God. Nothing is more powerful than that divine energy. And so when you're in that divine energy and you're owning your divineness or divinity, nothing can really hurt you. I mean, there can be things that could fool around with you. And I actually had a revelation that I would like to talk about today too. But I've noticed that when I'm in my fullest power, when I'm on the road, the one thing that the energies can mess with me on is relationships, right? Is whatever my weakness is, when I, like I just said, when we are in the lack energy, because if we're lacking something, the energy, and I want to call it, at this moment, I'm going to call it the Matrix, because I saw the Matrix and it really made sense. But that program energy, the gamekeepers go, this is the way we can get her. We can distract her with all of this stuff and do whatever we need to do over here, because she's going to be in the lack energy. She's lacking a relationship, or she's lacking a good relationship. So we're going to put this really good looking guy in front of her, and he's going to do all kinds of crap. And she's going to allow it to be, because she's lacking that. So it is part of that whole thing. I have a fun story.
That speaks to me, Shannon, today.
I know, I saw it.
Thank you for that.
Yes, well, wait till I tell you about my revelation, and we're really gonna knock some hats off today. But I have this fun story. So when I first started this, Maya, and you're talking about your first starting, I mean, I've done this my entire life, but when I first started professionally, I was doing a lot of celebrity gigs, and I had a lot of really big parties that I was reading at. And there was this guy who was gorgeous. And I had been wearing crystals, and I noticed he had this really big crystal quartz around his neck. And I was just so drawn to him anyway, right? I'm just like, oh my God, like this guy is gorgeous. And he was like a rock star or something. I mean, he already had celebrity status. So he's like, let me buy you a drink. And we're sitting and we're chatting. And I'm like, oh my God, look at your crystal. Like I have crystals too, right? And then before I could show him my crystals, he's like, I do massage therapy. Let me help you. I can see that there's some energy around your hand. So this cute, famous guy is rubbing my hand. And I'm like, oh God, you can just do that for the rest of your time. So he has my hand and he's rubbing it, right? So I pull out, I have black tourmaline on, right? And I had black tourmaline and the crystal quartz, which heightens the effects of black tourmaline. And when I did that, as he's massaging my hand, I'm like, look at mine. And I pulled it out. The facade dropped. The energy dropped. All of a sudden, I could see what he really was. And it was this dark, dark energy. And whatever he was projecting to me fell away. And he went, I gotta go. In that moment. And he just walked away. Not that it necessarily was my crystals, but it was me recognizing again, oh yeah, I'm in my power again. And the facade dropped. The next day, I couldn't feel my hand. There was absolutely no feeling, no power in my hand at all. And I was going to go see my mentor that morning. And as I walked in, he goes, oh my God, what's wrong with your left hand? And I'm like, well, this really cute guy. And he goes, don't even tell me. He's like, I don't want to hear it. It was a really cute guy that touched you and you fell for it, hook, line, and sinker, didn't you? And he's like, whatever happened to your hand is really dark energy. He goes, I will fix it. He goes, but don't ever let anybody touch you again. And so I learned my lesson in that, right? But I didn't have discernment either. But what I did have was my power. And so I give you my experience in hopes that you can take that experience and go, haha, I don't care how cute you are. You're not touching me until I know what the energy is. And a good trick for that.
Reach.
Yes. Well, a good trick for that is in your mind, say, reveal your truth. Because it's universal law that they must reveal their truth.
Ooh,
whatever
yes.
facade is coming, they are going to reveal, they have to reveal it. It will be momentary, but they have to reveal it. So you can use that as well when in doubt.
11 you. Yes, that's, I'm definitely gonna keep that in my toolbox. But now we're talking about like dark energy taking into physical form. What about just dark energy into energy form? Because I was telling Jules earlier, I started channeling, I guess, I don't know if it's a light language, I don't know what it is, but like for the last 2 days, I've started singing these angelic, well, I don't know if they're angelic, but to me, they sound very angelic sounds, and they are on key, and I'm a terrible singer, so they definitely don't come from me. And accessing them before and after that, my body start convulsing and my breath goes in this really weird pattern that I don't understand. And at one point last night, I was just finishing the singing part, and then the breath just continued, and I was like, this is, you know, and then I was doing these breathing kind of like really, I don't know, it just scared me. And so I was like, okay, let me just bring the light. And I was like, okay, all the light beings, everything from the light and love and that serves the divine plane, please protect me, and everything that is not from the divine light, you must leave now. And when I said that, you must leave now, as I was doing the breathing, like it felt like momentarily my body literally just like dropped. Mm-hmm. And I was like, was that a coincidence, or did I just chase something away?
So just a question, especially when you're new. Do you have to channel or can you have something sit next to you and have a conversation with you? So I don't channel. If someone wants to sit next to me, they can, but my body is my temple and no one is allowed to take it over.
Okay, I don't know. I don't have anybody next to me. I don't know who am I, or
I know what
what
that
am
was.
I
I'll tell you
accessing.
what that was.
And
I know exactly what it was.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you that, but I'm just going to suggest to you, I'm not putting down any channels because I know some amazing ones, but they have experience and they know how to protect themselves. When you're starting, I would highly recommend you make your body your temple. And you say, if you want to talk to me, I'm open. Telepathy is right here. We can speak, sit with me, we'll talk. If you don't start putting those boundaries up, anything will come in, and does. What I feel, and Jules, you can let me know if what you feel too, but I feel that was a siren. So a siren had come in, and it didn't feel like it was of the light. So whatever it was creating when it was singing, it's actually creating something. And so when that starts, I would highly recommend, even though it's a song and you think it's a beautiful song, stop it and go, oh, no, I'm sorry. If you want to have a conversation, you can sit next to me and we'll have a conversation, but my body is my temple. You have to stop them from doing that. I don't know that it was creating something good for you.
That's why I was like scared. I was like, legitimately, I was like, okay, so like, did something really just left my body because I chased it away? As I said, you must leave now.
Yeah.
Good for
and
you,
that's
bro.
what like really freaked me out.
I don't know that there's a need for fear. I apologize, Jules. I don't know that there's a need for fear at all. I'm spunky when that stuff happens. I'm like, oh, heck no.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I told you, I'm like, you got to go. Love you. This love's for you. You got to go.
When you fear them, you give them power.
Totally.
And I know that. And that's why I was like, I don't want to be scared. And I know I'm strong in my light. But again, while I was doing it, I didn't recognize it. It didn't feel bad. It didn't feel scary when I was doing it. And that's what I'm concerned that how do I make that the difference? If it's creating something good, it's from the divine light, or if it has its own agenda that it's using me for.
How does Sandy has a way of asking. She's like, is this true? Or am I being manipulated? Or like, and part of it, I think we talked about this too, which is getting to know your team really well so that you have communication with your team where there's a way that your team identifies themselves to you that only you and your team know.
Well, see, I don't know my team because I don't.
Right.
I really have no idea what's happening.
I got it. So I mean, it's so also what I'd like to say, and then we probably should actually jump into something here in the next like 5-10 minutes or so of process. And look, the dogs came to join. Hi, babies. This is Gracie. She was my dog before I went to Australia and became Susan's dog. And now I get to be the auntie in the whole matter.
No.
Is along with discernment, the name of the game for the last 2 years has been choose love over fear. Don't give it energy or attention to the fear mongering. Choose love over fear. Choose love over fear. In any moment, choose love over fear. Because when you start to give into the fear is when they have access. It's like what Shannon was saying. It's like, that's the only way that lower vibrational energy, I'm going to refer to it that way rather than dark energy. It's like high vibration, low vibration is the only way that the lower vibrational energy can get access is through fear, trauma, upset, any of that, right? That's its entryway. And so as much as we can be at peace even with the stuff that's maybe contradictory to how we would like it to be. Understanding that spirit is our most, like, source is our most strategic partner. Like, there's a bigger picture that we don't necessarily see, but if we have trust and we have faith and you keep choosing that relationship, like, you've definitely, I'll tell you, you've definitely got a gift. I mean, I attended a sound bath that Maya played, and you know, you've got that, right? So your connection is very strong. And so there's something about that I'd like to address tonight too, of the love versus fear, or love and fear mongering, because we're choosing that in any moment. We're choosing that every single moment. We're choosing that. Choose love or choose fear. Choose love or choose fear. Choose love or choose fear. In every moment. Part of why we became humans.
So several of the things that you can do, Maya, and for other people that are watching this, just to recap. One is you always stand in your power, right? If you notice that you're in lack in any way, shape, or form, turn that lack into empowerment, right? So if you're, let's say that, you know, you're hoping to find love relationship or something, that you turn it over to the universe and you say, universe, I give this to you to empower me to find the right or the most divine mate for me. And until you specifically, the energy, the universe specifically sends it to me, I'm going to continue on my path. So then you make it as an empowerment. So the other part of that is knowing your universal rights, right? So to know that you have the power and the authority of your own body. So you make your body your temple. Nobody else is allowed to go into your body until you're ready, right? Until that energy is ready for you. And even if you're not ready, it doesn't matter. You can still have them get the message. You can still have that energy exchange, but outside of you. And then the universal power of saying, show me your truth. Show me, I am now enacting my universal right. Show me your truth. I've used this so many times, and oh my God, it blows everything away, because what you think is there isn't. It's something totally different. So those should help you a lot. And then I'm hearing, to connect with your guides, you need to sit and ask them to come and ask them to identify themselves. Now, they may not do it right away. You'll feel that with them, but over messages, over songs, over other things, they will identify themselves, and even through dreams. You have about 7 people on your team. So might as well get to know them, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
I would like to add just one quick sentence, if I may, about that, is that, so channeling for me is actually really new. And I've been doing mediumship full on for about 3 years right now. Really full on since April of last year. And so I have a protection that I say before each session. And how I phrased it is, and you can use this in combination with what Shannon said, because I know people that are like, oh, I don't tell them they can do that through me. They have to be next to me. But what I said was, you have my permission. Like I would create the space of only those energies, only those spirits that are benevolent, that are for us, that are for our highest good, our highest intention, are allowed in this space. All else bounce off of this bubble of protection that are our guides, are our loved ones. And, you know, we release you with love, and you can't be here. And, and I give permission to those that are here in service of, say I'm doing a reading for you, service of Maya and the messages that she needs to hear today. You have my permission to communicate through me. You can have me speak. You can show me messages in the cards. You can show me things. You do not have my permission to inhabit me.
You do or you do not?
You do not have my permission to inhabit me. You can show me, you can communicate through me, basically, like show me what you want to say, or tell me what you want to say.
He agrees.
Yeah, Gracie's great. She's feisty baby. Hi, baby. But you do not have my permission. So I create from the get-go. Look, you can show me images. You can give me messages through the cards. You can give me messages while I'm reading the cards. And then I ask of my guides, I'm like, you know, please help me get myself out of the way so that whatever is here for Maya today can come through.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some balance in there of, and I think for now, just because because you have some trepidation about it, I would go with what Shannon said, but I'm just sharing this now as like another layer to that down the line, when you're feeling a little stronger about it, of like, okay, I can define how I'm willing to engage with this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, I do that protection with the bubble and all that. So that makes me feel safer, definitely. And the thing is, I guess, I don't know, I forgot what I was gonna say because I was like listening to what you're saying.
Okay. Well, and you can go back and listen. I just want to hear if Cynthia has anything to say at this point, and if not, or if, you know, or after that, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't really have an idea of what. Oh, you haven't shared your revelation yet, Shannon.
No, I want to hear from Cynthia first, though.
Okay, great.
Yes, I definitely want to do that.
Well, this is really, man, talk about the universe doing amazing things for you.
Are we a manifestation for you, Cynthia?
Yeah, and I don't want to take a lot of time on my personal story, but I just want to share something with you that just happened. I'm new to this group, and I decided to take a look at your last week's recording, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was following along with the Kuan Yin, right? And went into a meditation, and Kuan Yin showed up, which I thought was kind of amazing.
She's shown up all over the place these days. She's amazing.
Fantastic.
But here's the thing. I didn't know who she was. I'd never heard of Kuan Yin. So it was after meditation that I had to look it up. But what happened is, before she showed up, this is the experience that I had. I'm not a channeler. I'm a light worker, and this is all new to me. So I've got this huge amount of light that's coming through me, and what popped into my head was about allowing access to ascended masters. And as soon as that happened, I went to fear, and I realized why. I'm like, why am I having fear? Why am I having fear? And what came back to me is, there's a psyop war going on, even within channeling. Oh, Saint Germain, nobody's channeling Saint Germain. That's, you know, some sort of an operation. So there's so much disinformation out there that even if I run something through my heart chakra to see whether it's true or not, I realize that there's a residual component simply because I'm human. I'm part of the collective, right? So I realized that I had fear around it, not only as part of the collective, but also because it's a new experience. So ultimately what happened is I said, I will not channel anyone. The only thing that I will allow to happen is that any beings or entities of Christ consciousness, of the light, amplify their light through me. And anyway, that's when Kuan Yin showed up. So that was kind of amazing. So I just wanted to share that.
Thank you.
She's a spitfire.
She's amazing. She's my primary guide, Cynthia. So.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, and anyway, well, I'll have to tell you later. The other thing that I wanted to just quickly add is that I feel as though any entities that are going to come at us because of our light are not those that are fully aware or connected to the divine infinite truth that we as human beings having this experience now exist in all times, in all places, on all dimensions. There is a part of us right now in the 12th dimension. There's a part of us now that is an ascended master within the collective.
For sure.
This is so much greater a power than any entity that's going to come at us has, which means our authority is, I do not consent. And that's it. Your power is so much greater. So thank you for listening. I'm complete.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing.
Very well said. Oh my God. I mean, I don't think I could have said it better.
I was a little caught up as well about the nobody's channeling Saint Germain, because that's not my experience, but
yeah.
Oh, no. There was somebody who I'm not going to name, somebody quite popular on YouTube who said, I know that Saint Germain isn't wasting his time being channeled by people. So anybody who's channeling Saint Germain is a fraud. I'm just using that as an example.
Yeah.
You know, there was
you know what I mean?
Not too long ago, there was a famous person that came out and said, the angels don't communicate with us. And she was all about angels. She was really well known, and she denounced everything, right?
Changed her hair color.
Everything. Yes. And so, and at that moment I was like, wow, she just got the biggest manipulation ever. I felt sorry for her. It's like, why would you denounce all of that? And why would you say that the angels don't interact with us when we have proof after proof after proof, example after example after example? I mean, it's just insane. So, I mean, when people, even, I don't care how well known you are, when people do that kind of stuff, if they start saying absolutes, I discredit them. Yeah.
Because, yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, so I want to tell you my revelation, because this actually has to do with the Matrix again. And I was on a session with the client today, and I was like, mind blown. Yeah, see? Yeah, you're right. So we were talking about the Matrix and how in the movie and even how in real life, the best way to keep us in the Matrix, or the best way to keep us asleep or whatever, is to manipulate our hopes and fears. So you give some hope, and then you create a fear around that hope. And then you can just let them bounce back and forth. And then you use the desires and all of that type of thing against them. Like I was saying, you put them in an energy of lack, right? So if you're in an energy of lack, you're more susceptible to control, to being controlled. And so as I was talking to my client, I started to think, I'm like, well, what role do healers play in keeping people in the Matrix? Right? And keeping people in that, under that control. Because we do, right? I mean, I've had healers come to me and go, oh my God, the amount of trauma that you have lived in your life. I don't know. I mean, there's a cycle. It's going to take years for you to get through this. And you're going, oh my God, or you'll have tarot readers go, you're about to meet an amazing man. But oh, look at what's about to come after that. It's like, why are we perpetuating this hope-fear cycle, right? This hope-fear trauma thing. And let's even look at trauma recovery, right? So we have people that come to us because they want to heal from their traumas. And then we go, okay, well, we're going to heal you from this, but it looks like a cycle. So you're going to continue to have to heal from this. And there's another past life that you are suffering from this, which puts us in the victim mode, right? We as spirits created this experience. We already knew it. We're not victims. We signed up for it. We created it ourselves. We're the blacksmiths of the whole thing. So then we go to somebody and we go, oh my God, we've been a victim of a narcissist, and we've been a victim. My past lives, they're weighing on me, all of is it true? Probably. Yeah, we have cellular memory. It is a puzzle for us to solve, but us as healers have a responsibility to empower healing rather than create this cycle of trauma recovery over and over and over again, because all we're doing is holding people in the matrix. We're keeping them asleep by making them victims and distracting them from where they really need to be.
Wow. If I had a microphone, I'd drop it right now, for real.
Well, actually, I want to cut this piece out and we're going to post it everywhere.
Seriously. Yes. Wow.
So that was my revelation. And it blew my mind, because I started to feel like a little bit guilty. I'm like, have I done this? All of us have. All of us have, right? Because we want so badly to heal people. But we are already being, our input is hope, fear, right? And that hope fear dynamic, that we're giving them hope, but we've got to get rid of this recovery, but it might come back. So, it's like this on and on and on thing when we need to empower. So I was excited about it. And I was like, another step really... out of that hope, fear matrix.
I'm not sure how to edit it. I'll have to ask Callum. He offered at one point to do that, but somebody will know how to edit it.
Well, I do know how to edit it. I just would need the whole raw footage. But I think if you can make it downloadable on YouTube, I can actually create it myself.
I think it is downloadable, but I can also Dropbox it to you.
Perfect.
So I also meant to share this. That's amazing. I'm just sitting with what you said. It's still kind of swirling in it.
It's taken a while to sink in for me too.
And I can't wait to go back and watch it. And so much of this is conversations that Eric and I have had over the last 4 or 5 months as well. A lot of what you said. So I pulled a card this afternoon before the call, and I said, what do I need to know? And the card I pulled is Deep Knowing, protection message. It was inverted. You are in empathy overload and need to get grounded again, so tune out for a bit. Hypersensitive, you're suffering from psychic exhaustion. This signals a time for a recharging of your batteries. Set energetic boundaries, take a salt bath, empty your mind, and get back to you. It's not a time to be too open. Soon enough, you can let your guard down. Right now, you need self-care and self-love. It's time to say no, thank you to anyone in your life who exhausts you. Won't that feel good?
Yes, I like that card.
And, I was supposed to leave yesterday to drive back to Seattle from Los Angeles. It's an 18-hour drive, and to be back for New Year's Eve. And I was in bed all day yesterday with 3 dogs around me, and you can't really see it, but out this window is the Pacific Ocean. I'm ocean front. So I'm sleeping with the ocean, the sound of the waves crashing and stuff. I was like, no, this is definitely, thank you, universe. I needed a couple days in bed by the ocean, for sure. I don't know what else to say about that. I love what you said, Shannon. And I'm sure there's, please.
I was just going to say, I'm in alignment with you, Jules. I've actually, in the past couple days, I've had to meditate. I'm like, I just need to go meditate. Don't bug me. I'm going. And even before this call, I had to. I was like, I listen to Gerald O'Donnell. He's got to be the most, for me, I get a little distracted. So if I need somebody to initiate that Delta mode right away so that I can go. And so I've been having these really deep meditations, but I'm leaving. So my spirit, even though a piece of it stays with me, I go somewhere and I don't even know where sometimes. And it doesn't matter because I just need to disconnect. I need to not be part of this heavy energy. Now I'm thank God I'm able to get back in the meta. So I'm not part of the heavy energy anyway, but there every once in a while, you know, we fall and we trip and we get into it again. But I'm right in alignment with you. The past several days, it's just been a must. Like it's almost like my spirit's like, I don't care about anything else. We're meditating right now.
I just did before the call super quick waterfall of light meditation, releasing lower 3D energies. That's just Steve Noble, so he's my go-to, right? And I definitely journeyed during that. And there was something else I was gonna say.
That actually prompts me. I don't even know if I can do it, but I have a meditation that is about safety and security. And then I also have one that's about unity, about creating that. I don't know if I'm able to do it. I don't even know how to do it on Zoom.
Is it on YouTube or it's one you have?
It's mine. It's actually one I created myself. And it's amazing. I mean, the energy is just, it's 10 minutes. So it's not really a long one. I
mean, maybe, I mean, I could give you, oh, I can't because I'm recording. I don't think, maybe I could give you the ability to share screen if you can play it where you are.
Yeah, let me see if I can actually pull it up.
So Maya, part of it too is like, I create and protect in the morning. I'll create and protect a little bit in the afternoon. I'll during the day as needed. I'm like, okay, clean and clear.
Yeah, I would also like wake up during the night and the first thing that my mind goes to is like, I'm divinely protected. And then I turn around and go back to sleep. And I'm like, what?
That's because you're divinely protected. You're waking up and saying, I'm divinely protected. You know?
Yeah. So I definitely do, when I do energy healing, is, so what I don't know if probably that's not the time to talk about it though. I was gonna give more backstory onto what's happening, but probably it's not.
It's not right now because we have the timing of the call.
Yeah.
So Shannon, I just made you host.
Okay.
And hopefully you can. I'm still recording. Yes. Okay.
Nice.
But that should give you ability to share screen.
Good. I'm just pulling it up so that when I share screen, it's already up there. Okay. I want to share with you when I was first starting, when I was really getting into my identity and figuring out who I am and everything, my higher self would come in and inhabit my body in a different way. And at night, I would walk around blessing the house. And I was married at the time. And my husband said there was one time when I was standing over him, but I was looking straight up and I was doing this blessing. And he said that he tried to wake me up. And when I looked at him, my eyes were completely blue. There was no other color in my eyes, no white, no black, no nothing. And he said it scared the crap out of him.
I bet it did.
So he was like, I don't know what you were doing, but that was scary. He goes, you stayed there for like 2 hours.
Wow.
Well, he was blessed. He should feel good. He was blessed.
I know my son actually said that he saw the same thing in a different way. Shoot. Hold on 1 second. It decided it was going to start all by itself. How do I stop it? Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay. I found it.
Do you know how to share sound? Just share sound?
I'm going to look. Tell me.
If you click on share screen, and then in the bottom left of it, it will say like share sound. Click on that.
And then I just click on what I want to.
And then click on share screen, or.
I think you have to go on advanced. And when you go on advanced, it says computer audio only.
Yeah, I've done it that way as well, but.
So which one would you guys like? Safety and security or unification? They're both pretty awesome.
Safety.
Oh yes, because Maya, yes. All right, let's do it.
I would vote.
But will you share the unification with us later?
Absolutely.
Okay, then safety. Let's all be safe going into the 2022.
Let me just get it to start because it's being bad right now.
Okay, because it just was starting. We do not consent to this fuckery.
Breathing.
I'm gonna make that a t-shirt, by the way.
Not all that is heavy.
Can you hear it?
Imagine your energy in a ball of light.
Yeah, it could be a little louder, but I can hear.
Allow that ball of light to go down your body, past your waist, past your hips.
That's the wrong one.
Down your legs. Past
I
your
apologize.
knees,
That's the wrong one. 1 second.
down.
I'm just gonna do next, and that should. I don't know why it's actually. Yeah, remember. Yeah, can you say I do not consent to this? Okay.
Yes, I do not consent to this fuckery. Play safety and security guided meditation now.
Yeah, what the heck is going on? It doesn't want to do it. Let me try the other one. I have two ones. This is so funny. Yeah, it's like it wants to take it all away. It's locate.
Breathing in
and it keeps wanting to do seventh
and
plane.
breathing out all that is heavy. Imagine your energy.
This is so funny. It's like clearly on my.
Just click on it on the safety and security here in iTunes.
Yeah, I've let's see. Yeah, and it keeps saying locate. This is so. Let's see. Darn it.
Well, maybe we're meant to listen to seventh plane.
Yeah, maybe that one is going to be the one, but I was hoping to. Let's see. One more thing I'm going to try. I'm going to hook up my. Sorry for the delay, everybody. I know everybody at home is watching the thing, and this was what happens sometimes when you have electronics and high energy.
Yes,
That's my crazy.
That's become my saying when they try and interfere with the electronics.
I don't consent to your fuckery.
I do not consent to this fuckery. I am going to make that a t-shirt, I swear.
I normally don't swear, but I'm telling you right now, they need to stop messing with me.
I don't often swear.
All right, well, I guess it's going to act funny. I'm sorry, everybody. I was hoping to be able to share this with you, but it is not allowing me.
Well, I guess you're just going to have to on the group then or something.
Yeah, because this would be, I mean, this is like one of my favorite CDs ever. And I actually created it with a guy he was 17 when we created the CD. And he was one of the most powerful angelic kids I'd ever met. And so I don't know why it's not working. So I will share it. Next time I'm going to have it queued up and ready, and we just have to press go next time.
Is it possible to maybe share the link and collect it?
It's on my iTunes, and I do have it through email. I wish I could share it. Actually, I could email it to you, huh? And that would be fast. That would be the fastest way.
Oh, and I could play it. Yeah.
And you could play it. Yeah. You want to put your email. I'm going to undo screen. How do I, let's see.
Stop. On the top, it says,
Wrong one. Stop share.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take back host.
All right. So if you could put in the chats your email and I'll send it to you and it'll be 2 seconds. Then you can do it. So sorry, everybody. There's delays. Good thing it's only 10 minutes.
So I don't know where my thing is. I'm doing 528 hertz right now.
Oh, yes.
I was going to do the sun one, but.
Oh, I remember what I was going to ask if we have some time.
Oh, yes. While I'm doing this, it's perfect.
I was going to ask you, Juice, you said, your mediumship, but not really, you haven't really done channeling until recently. And I was going to ask, what would light language be considered as? Like, is that, because I've watched a few things online where, people consider that channeling these galactico, I don't know, whatever they call it. So
I consider that channeling.
Okay.
And my light language has only really, so I've been a hand dancer my whole life. And so the transition to doing light language came very fast to me. Once I opened up to it, that I was like, oh, that's what I'm doing. And then, but only like light language coming out of my mouth has been 2-3 months.
Okay, because I know there are different light languages that sound different. So I've had experience with, I guess, 3 different sound experiences. So I'm not like, I can't make sense of it. And one was the singing that I mentioned. Another one was whistling. And the third one is, I guess, clicking with my mouth and my tongue.
Right. Yeah, I heard you do that. And that happens as well.
You know what I've always considered light language to be? A remembrance of another lifetime, or a remembrance of origin. It feels to me when people are speaking light language, there are some people I think that use it as a control mechanism, and you can really feel that. But for the most part, it just feels to me like people are just remembering a piece of themselves.
You sent it? Okay, I'm not seeing it yet.
Yeah, I sent it twice.
Hang on.
To make sure that you got it. I've had experiences where people have said, I do light language, and then it sounds like somebody is yelling at you, or it's like very like forceful, like they're on your energy. Like, so as they're talking, they're pushing their energy on you. And I'm not a big fan of people who push their energy on me. It's very invasive. And usually I push back in the sense that I just create that barrier, and no matter what they do, it can't be done. But I usually just will stop people right there and go, wait a minute, I don't consent to your energy. You'll have a lot of people, especially since you're newer, you'll have a lot of people go, I have this energy, let me show you. And they try to put their hand towards you, and they're like, wait a minute. There needs to be consent here. Right. I'm not consenting. Yeah.
So for some reason, it's not, for some reason, I do not consent. That this is, it's not showing up in my Gmail.
Okay.
Let me give you one more email address and then we'll call it.
And maybe we were just supposed to talk today.
Yeah.
It's all good. I mean, sometimes we do work. Actually, I'm going to say this. We have been doing work the whole time. Like there's been energy moving the entire time. And there just needs to be energy of revelations at this moment. So that's fine too. All right. Did you send another email?
No, I'm about to post it. Hang on.
Okay. Isn't it funny when you're waiting for an email, it takes forever. And then when you're not waiting for it, your box just fills up.
Yeah, that's what happens. Did we freeze? Oh, okay. I see you moving, but I can't hear you. Juice, you're muted. I don't know if that's for a reason.
I don't know why I was muted. I think I muted myself by accident. Yeah, I don't know. My email is not updating. Neither of them is. Okay, here's. Okay, good. That's that's at least updating. Let me go in and check. Sorry, thanks for your patience, ladies. This happens sometimes. I mean, we have all kinds of things happen with electronics. Like on 11, on 12/21/21, Shannon kept getting kicked off the entire time and wasn't able to be on the call with us.
And the next one too, remember I kept coming on and coming on and coming on. So
there you are.
yeah, the next one too. Remember the last one we just had, I kept coming on and it kept kicking me off, but I was like, nope, not today. Not today.
Yeah, for some reason it's not showing up in either.
Well, we'll have it next time we talk then on Tuesday. So Maya, are you going to be joining us now?
Anytime I can, yes, I would.
That's how it works, is whenever you're available.
Yeah, we'll just remain consistent and keep it going. And so I would like, actually, since this is the last day of this year, well, actually one more day, but this is the last day of us doing this year, can we put forward some positive energy for an empowering 2022 with of course with discernment, safety, security, but to allow for the divine energy to really come in and create in a positive, empowering experience for 2022 for everybody, abundance and love and excellent health and all of that wonderfulness. So let's go ahead and take a minute to do that. And when we're setting forth that energy, let's go ahead and infuse that energy with the liquid crystal, the crystalline energy, the energy of the infinity symbol, the golden river, the divine flow, the I am, the open, what was the door opening, Jules? The heart one?
So opening the golden shutter doors, the backside of the heart. So there's an open flow between front and back, expanding out.
Jules, you know the oath of manifestation, right?
I do.
Would you like to recite it with me so that we can put that energy into 2022?
I would love to. I want to also include that the flower of life and the honeycomb that we've been working with. And I am envisioning all of this being infused into the grid as well above the earth. So this is available to all. As it's snowing, as it's raining, it's coming down.
Yes, we're infusing it all.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes. Want to count me off?
Accept and receive.
Okay.
Unexpected good.
Unexpected good.
Unexpected money. Unexpected love.
Love.
Unexpected kindness. Unexpected generosity.
Unexpected offers.
Unexpected prosperity. Coming in unexpected ways.
Unexpected ways from unexpected
places in my life.
And the life of others. I am
constantly guided and boldly empowered to receive the lavish
abundance of the universe.
I accept the principle
that abundance and prosperity have already been given to me. My acceptance makes it real.
And opens the space for manifestation to rush in.
I open wide
the doors
of my consciousness to receive and to give. It is done now. Through this oath of manifestation, all things are possible. I declare absolutely that I live in a friendly universe that is always providing for me.
I feel it powerfully happening now. I open to receive more
abundance and to give more abundance than I have ever experienced before. I can afford anything I desire. In fact, I am so prosperous. I need never worry again. I am grateful for all that I already have and all
that I'm ready to give.
I keep myself lifted in high consciousness, no matter what
the appearances are.
God is
over. Let the
God times roll.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Ashe. Satnam. So my friend Barbara and I have been doing this together since 2015. And we added a bunch of stuff to it. So I started to do it. I started to say some other stuff. I was like, oh, wait, that's not.
I've added stuff to it too. So I had to skip for a second. And then
Same.
I've been doing it since 2015 too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when it was created. So yeah, that's awesome.
I need a copy of that.
It's online.
Yeah, I can post it. Mm-hmm. I can post it as well. I'll text it to you.
Every time I get a multitude of numbers or I'm just feeling it, me and my son go into the oath of manifestation. Mm-hmm. So if any like number sequences, we're like, oh, okay, here it is. I accept and receive.
So that's what Barbara and I do is like when the numbers align on the clock, when the numbers align. But then I also sometimes will do the surrender meditation.
Yes.
I've done that sometimes too.
Well, this is feeling complete to me today. I'm sorry that we couldn't get the audio working, but we will next time. It's all good. It's all in the energy.
Yes. Have a beautiful, blessed last day of the year, and we will see you next year.
Yes. Oh, I want to mention, I just put together a Zoom class for 111. 11122. I want to do create the life that you would like to have, and we can look at our past cycles. We can look at last year and how those cycles have created what we're doing now and how to get out of those cycles so that we can create what it is that we want. So 11122 will do that too.
That's awesome. And I'm DJing on 11122 at Ohm Culture in Seattle. I'm DJing a Cosmic Groove. It's a freedom. They call it Freedom, Freed Ohm, Freedom. And
nice.
You don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to be vaccinated. You have to be healthy. You have to be feeling healthy. That's the only rule to come in. But
that's
I'm super excited about that.
That's very exciting.
Yay.
Okay, lots of love to everybody. Happy New Year. We'll see you in the new year.
Thank you for joining, Cynthia. I hope you come back. And Maya, I'm around
I'll be
too.
there.
You're welcome to.
I'll be there on Tuesday.
Yay.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. See you then, guys.
Thank you all so much.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Bye.